May dagdag na paraan laban sa COVID-19. Together, we can be the Solusyon Plus. Bida Plus sa maayos na daloy ng hangin. Bida Plus sa maikling pisikal na interaksyon. Bida Plus sa pagsuporta sa bakuna. Bida Plus sa mga kwento ng kaligtasan sa Bida Barangay. Sa dagdag na pag-iingat, maraming buhay ang maliligtas. Bida Solusyon Plus laban sa COVID-19.
Organic acai has very high levels of antioxidants and essential nutrients that help keep your immune system strong. Organic acai premium blend and freeze-dried capsules daily to help increase your resistance against harmful viruses. Keep yourself and your family healthy and protected with Organic.
Mahalagang paalala, ang Organic Acai Premium Blended Freeze-Dried Capsule ay hindi gamot at hindi dapat gamitin paggamot sa anumang uri ng sakit. Of all the tough decisions you have to make today, your family's health doesn't have to be one of them. Not when you have the choice to go organic and live full, natural, and holistic lives. So start your day right. Load up on antioxidants. Choose only organic superfoods. And keep the momentum going. We're making it easy for you. Live organic, choose organic. It's easier than you think. Mahalagang paalala, ang Organic Acai Premium Blended Freeze-Dried Capsule ay hindi gamot at hindi dapat gamitin paggamot sa anumang uri ng sakit.
Previously on Wellness Wednesdays.
Okay? That could probably mean that you have an anxiety disorder. Most of the time, it is na-visualize natin pa.
Wellness Wednesdays with Organic. Care because you matter.
Hi, good afternoon, and welcome to Wellness Wednesday. So this Wednesday, we're going to be talking about yung bakuna, yung COVID-19 bakuna. So with that being said, let's just dive into today's game. This week's game is a true or false question. So first of all, check us out, our post here at Organic Inc. And then comment on this game for a chance to win an Organic gift pack. So yung organic gift pack will include either a 10-pack trade box of acai choco or acai coffee, as well as 10 freeze-dried acai caps. And then, so yung question ngayon is, after vaccination, you will still need to follow the COVID-19 safety guidelines. True or false? Well, if you want to know the real answer, then stick around to today's program to find out. So today, vaccines. What about them? Yung COVID-19 vaccines. Well, today we're going to be consulting with another expert that you might have seen from our past Wellness Wednesday episode, si Doc Sunny Valoria, who is an integrative medicine specialist and wellness expert. So, welcome, Doc Sunny. Kamusta?
I'm okay, Luisa, and everybody. Happy afternoon. Good afternoon to everyone. And wala term na happy COVID day. Bawal yan. But rather, we have to protect ourselves from COVID. No?
Yes. Yeah. So, Doc, okay, let's just dive right into the topic, no? First of all, ano ba yung bakuna? What is a vaccine and how does it work?
Well, a vaccine is something like you're introducing an antigen or mismo virus or bacteria into the body of the patient, no, or the host, no. Then this is a different type ng bacterial virus. It's what we call attenuated, meaning yung virulent part ay inalis na at natitira lang ay protein. Then yung protein serves as an antigen. Pag in-introduce mo internally sa pasyente yan, ang natural response ng katawan ng tao is to produce the antibody. So antibody will help you to have the protection that your body needs. And there are different types of bakuna. It can be oral, yung MMR, measles, mumps, and rubella. It can be inject, no? And COVID-19 is on the second part, more on the inject that type of vaccine.
Oh, okay. So, Doc, alam naman yung audience namin that we have vaccines na, no, here in the Philippines, pero
Yes.
first batch pa lang na vaccines, and our supply is very limited. So, who should get the COVID-19 vaccine first then, Doc, kung limited yung supply natin?
Ang government already and naggawa ng different types of tire, no? Unang-unang sinasabi na it should be yung mga health workers. Siyempre, they have to protect themselves sa mga possible na pasyente. And then, ang second tier, I think, are the elderly. And then, kasi most of them ay nangyayari sa mga 60 and above, no? And then, of course, yung mga may comorbid condition. And then, the fourth, yung mga other health workers also. At saka, yung fifth, I think, yung mga I think the fourth yung mga mga military or something like that, no, which are also associated with the health workers, no. So meron kang tier. So again, ulitin ko, priority are the health workers. Second are the elderly. Third is mga may comorbid condition, and the fourth are para health workers. So they should be the ones who get the
No, go ahead, Doc. Finish your sentence. Sorry.
So yun ang pinaka-tier. And then the last, of course, yung sinasabing at lesser risk. Pero priority mo yun at high risk na commonly ay in constant exposure. Kasi nakita naman it's also obvious, maraming health workers, even doctors, nurses, ay namatay. Lalo na nung at the start, di ba? Last year, daming namatay ng mga health workers.
Yes. Doc, so yung military, kasi that you said they're also frontliners, no? This is referring to, you know, the military that's really been making sure that the vaccines are getting to the LGUs, and the military that's also making sure that the, for example, the ECQ borders are followed.
Well, actually, they are, sabihin natin, at a lesser contact. Unlike kapag health workers talaga, you're in immediate at saka at sabihin natin all the time are in contact. So, kaya all the time, nire-recommend na naka-PPE, protective suit yung mga all the health workers.
So, Doc, I know you mentioned that dapat yung may comorbidities or yung elderly, mga vulnerable groups, no, need to get the vaccine. Now, I know in a lot of other circumstances, Young pregnant women are also considered a vulnerable group. How
Yes.
about with this vaccine? Them also, or?
Ako, it depends actually on the characteristics or capability of the vaccine. You can know, you can see before sinasabi ang a certain brand, hindi siya pwede below 60, 65 years old, no?
Mhm.
Ngayon, they are saying already, I won't mention the brand, no? Kasi baka maging ano tayo selective, no? We have to be objective. Ngayon, sinasabi na you can use that already for patients above 60. Another brand, sinasabi hindi pwede yan below 60. I'm speaking of two brands pa lang, which are commonly found already in the Philippines. Ang problema,
Mhm.
we cannot choose what we want. Yun ang problema. Kung ano lang dumating sa atin, yun ang pwede ibigay. Kaya if you're going to have a vaccine, no, I would recommend you ask first your doctor. Kung talaga, it doesn't matter kahit libre siya or what. Kaya lang kung nandun ng risk, no? Kasi minsan Pilipino nanghihinayang, ay libre, magpapabakuna na ako. Pero may risk pala. You have to ask first your doctor kung nababagay sa iyong bakuna niya or hindi.
Mm-mm. So, Doc, since doctor ka, have you been vaccinated?
No, not yet.
Oh,
Because
not
I'm
yet.
still,
I get.
I'm still below 60 years old.
I think that that's very fair, Doc. It's very evident on your face, no, the youthful glow. So
Thank you.
so Doc, when we are talking about the different brands, no, I think a lot of us see a lot of different brands dun sa social media and then sa news. But can you help us differentiate between the different brands of
Okay.
vaccines and how they work?
Yung efficiency tinatawag natin or efficacy, no? Kapag ang brand, certain brand ay sinabing 90 to 95%, that's good. Pero kung below 50 or although wala naman ako nakita brand na below 50, no? Pero we have one right now. I have to mention this already. It is the Sinovac kasi recently in-admit ng China, their efficiency is only 56%, something like that, which is quite low already, you know. I think ang AstraZeneca is about 65%. So, i-grade mo yan, 95 and 90% ay pinakamaganda, which you can find only in highly developed countries. Yan ang ginagamit ng Amerika right now. Pero sa Pilipinas, wala pang dumadating na brand na yun. That's what I'm trying to tell you, no? Ito lang binibigay ng government natin, nangihinayang ako this brand, sayang I'll take advantage of it. So you should ask your doctor first kung babagay sa iyo o hindi. Now, when it comes to efficacy, ano ibig sabihin yun? Pag sinabi natin 90 to 95%, mas malaki ang chance na hindi ka magkakaroon ng viral infection. Second, kung magkakaroon ka ng viral infection, it will be at the most milder form already. Hindi ka na masyadong darating into severe, moderate, or severe. So yun, dalawang bagay yun, no? The chance of having the virus will be much lesser at the chance na magiging severe yung infection ay much, much lesser as compared sa 50 or 60. Yun ang ibig sabihin, no?
Pero, Doc, I've heard also from a lot of healthcare workers that a vaccine of low efficacy, vaccine of lower efficacy is better than walang vaccine, no? Especially if frontliner ka or you're a very vulnerable group. I was talking to a friend kanina, and then sinasabi ko na parang siyang armor if you go into the war. If you go into the war with, you know, all the big medals and stuff, yeah, that's 95% efficacy.
Yes,
but then sometimes, you know, all you have is leather. So if you go with leather, it's better than being naked.
Yes, it's like having the metal. Siyempre, priority mo, may metal ka, yung 1995, no? Leather could be secondary only. And that's much better than wala. Kaya lang, ang issue ko nga doon, you have to ask your doctor, baka hindi kaya, magkaroon ng complication. Although, when you say complication, anyway naman yun eh. Maliit naman nagko-complication, I think it's less than 5% as compared sa advantage or benefit that you're going to take. So that's a good point. No? Kaya lang, even WHO, they are also they really encourage everyone to have the vaccine. At saka we're really lucky. Do you know that the first pandemic happened in 1918? It is by Spanish flu. At people, 50 million died. 50 million died in the, maliit pa ang population ng mundo noon, ha? 50 million died in the span of 2 years. Eh, wala pang vaccine noon. I can't remember kung ilan na ngayon na namamatay sa atin. No? So, we're lucky. We already have the vaccine right now.
So, Doc, while we run through the different brands of the vaccine, can you please explain yung mechanism? For example, yung Sinovac, paano siya magsa-stop sa virus?
Okay. Yun nga, it's the dalawang bagay, meron kang as in immunology, meron kang tinatawag na T cells and B cells and then antibodies. Ngayon, kapag na-introduce yung antigen, which is yung dead bacteria already na wala ng virulent part, ay magproduce naturally ang iyong katawan ng antibodies. Kaya lang, sometimes it takes time. It takes at least 1 to 2 weeks. No? Kaya minsan you can hear, bakit ka kaka-inject lang yan ng vaccine? Yet nagkaroon siya ng coronavirus. There are stories like that. No? Kasi hindi siya nagpo-fully develop, particularly yet at that time, no? Hindi pa siya naka-fully develop ng antibodies. Lalo na kasi may type ng vaccine na merong kang initial dose at merong booster dose. Lalo na kung hindi ka pa nabigyan ng booster dose. So may probability na magkaroon ka pa rin ng viral infection.
So the Sinovac, and then Sinopharm. Well, Sinovac's the one that we have here.
Yes.
They really just use the inactivated virus, and I think that's one slide back. But they use the inactivated virus, no?
Yeah.
And then the way that you are saying, Doc, that it works is it needs a little bit of time before yung body can adapt to it, no?
Actually, hindi lang naman yun eh. Kasi you have 3 types of vaccine. No? Una, yung attenuated nga, they kill the virulent part inalis na ang nire-remain lang are protein at saka yun ang magproduce ng antibodies. Yung second type ng vaccine naman ay they pinch a little part of the virus. No? Yung parang kung makikita mo yung drawing, something like a mushroom. Yun lang ini-introduce sa host. Pagkatapos again, nagproduce siya ng antibodies. And the third kind ng viral infection, ito yung mas advanced. No? It's like cloning. What do you mean by cloning? Kinakopy nila yung tinatawag na yung mRNA or DNA structure. That's the smallest structure na genetic code. Pagkatapos yan ay ini-introduce sa patient itself, and that's quite expensive. Pero that's more specific. Pero most of the time, yung first part lang natin.
So, okay, Doc, let me see if I understand what you were saying about the vaccine. So, yung Pfizer and Moderna, the way yung Pfizer and Moderna work is, as you said, mRNA, no? So, parang ano siya? Parang it injects an instruction into your cell to produce yung antibodies or antigens to fight the vaccine, no?
Yes. It's like kaya I use the term the cloning eh. Dati kasi meron alam ko na buong ship, di ba? Nabuhay nila coming from the genes lang. So ganun lang, pero siya specific lang for that.
What about, Doc, yung Novavax? Kasi I heard my rumors in yung Novavax is coming in October, but I don't know how true that is. But how does Novavax work compared to yung inactivated virus or yung mRNA?
Novavax actually, I'm not so specific about that, no. But I think it's more of the yung second part na sinabi ko, it's only a pinch or part ng virus ang kinuha, pagkatapos siya na in-inject to produce the antibodies. Only a part ang kinuha.
Okay. And then how about, Doc, yung the other vaccine here in the Philippines is yung Oxford AstraZeneca. Now I heard yung Oxford and AstraZeneca, along with other vaccines like Johnson & Johnson and Sputnik, they are viral vector vaccines, no? So paano siya? How does the viral vector vaccine work, Doc?
The same way, no? Yung sinabi nating attenuated. When you say attenuated, pinatay mismo yung bacteria itself. Pagkatapos, pag pinatay yung bacteria itself, yung part lang na protein, which serves as antigen, mag-induce siya that the body produce the antibody. Majority ng vaccine
Okay.
come from that. Majority, ito na lang recent development yung mRNA. That's the most recent na ginagawa, which is more safe.
Oo. I've heard many people say that yung mRNA vaccine is the most modern form
Yeah.
of vaccination, no? So, Doc, if there are so many vaccines, no, and lots of options for us, and then my booster pa, does that mean if I get vaccinated, that I am fully immune na? I don't have to wear mask. Hindi na ako mag social distancing or anything like that, or do I still follow the guidelines pa?
Ano mo, there's no such thing as 100% protection, even particularly in vaccination. No? Kaya you still have to follow the guidelines. Yan ang pinipot natin. Talking about coronavirus, no? Again, palagi sinasabi, no? Sa coronavirus, you should have two types of protection. One, to boost the immune system. Doon papasok yung ating coronavirus. I mean, vaccine kasi ang pag binus mo yung immune system, marami kang antibodies. And the second is the yung external protection, which is you have to follow the guidelines being given by the government. So they should go hand in hand. Parehas you have to follow.
So how come, Doc, that I still need to follow the external? Is it if I am vaccinated, Doc, does that mean that I will still transmit COVID to other people, or hindi naman?
Well, if you're vaccinated, you're asking if you can, ngayon kasi ang issue dyan is, there are so many variants coming out. In fact, sinasabing ang recent variants ngayon, it could be not only, it's not only by droplet, it could only be airborne. Bakit? Sinasabi nila. Kasi ang lakas ng pagkakahawa, no? Mas matindi ang pagkahawa or infective type, no? As compared, kasi dati ang issue lang, hindi siya masyado nakakahawa, pero nakakamatay, virulent, no? Ngayon, nakikita naman, it's going on the other side, mabilis siya makahawa, pero marami pa rin namamatay, pero compared sa nakakahawa, mas marami pa rin nakakahawa. So I would say, we're not sure. In fact, to tell you honestly, we really don't know, kasi that's also an issue right now. Kung ito bang vaccine ito will be good against this type of variant. Diba? Kaya, kasi that's a virus, it keeps on mutating. Kapag may nakita siya na encounter siya, oops, may bago, magbabago na naman ako, mag-mutate na naman ako, magbabago ng akong anyo, no? Kaya we have already different variants recently, We have one from Brazil, we have from South Africa, we have coming from Britain and even Malaysia. Just imagine, last year wala yung mga yan. But recently, these are already nangyayaring mutations.
So, Doc, is that why some people are hesitant to take the vaccine ba?
Okay, in the local experience, no, why are some people sabihin natin hesitant for that? First of all, sinasabing they had the lesson about the Dengbaksha scare, which happened about 2 years ago. Maraming namatay ng mga bata. Second, they hear so many news about the side effect or the complication when they had the injection, yung vaccine. Third, it could be the thought na pinabilis ang development ng vaccine na to. So we really don't know what will be the long-term effect of this, no? And then alam mo ba, in natural medicine, they don't want also any form of vaccine because there was study conducted na it can produce autism among children.
But then, Doc, I also heard that. I've heard of
yeah.
that, but then I've also heard from other doctors that it's not a very good study or rumor lang. But I think yung vaccine is a debate in some communities, no?
Yes.
Pero I also heard na, Doc, that some people, especially in the US, yung bishops conference nila is that may ethical issue yung vaccine kasi may ibang brands that the way that they made their vaccines without testing it on humans, they have to use aborted baby stem cells.
Where did the aborted baby came from? China.
Oh
I'm just joking.
no.
We cannot tell
But
exactly,
yeah,
no?
yeah, so
Yeah.
I heard that's one issue. But
Yeah.
hindi naman siya all brands of vaccine, no?
Mm. Well, actually, ako, it depends on the person itself, no? Pero ako kung para hindi ka rin may scared, kung talagang gusto mo mag-vaccine, okay lang. But you have to consult first your doctor kung ano talaga ang mas bagay sa'yo. Don't think na manghihinayang ka, uy, libre yan, I should take it. No? Pero hindi tayo sure what it will affect you. That's the safest thing I can tell.
Okay. So Doc, my question si Raven Ann who says, Doc,
Okay.
paano yung kakagaling lang ng COVID tapos sa bahay na lang napapalakas safe ba yung mga kasama niya sa bahay?
Yes, as long as nagkaroon na siya ng treatment at the same time, kapag di ba nag-COVID test ka na, hindi ka na nakakahawa, negative na, most likely hindi siya makahawa.
Oh, okay. So, Doc, how about this question from Maureen, who says, Doc, question po, safe po ba sa tulad ko ng breastfeeding mom na magpa-vaccine?
So far, I never read any issue about sa breastfeeding. No? Pero kasi in general medicine, within the first trimester ng pregnancy, you should not introduce not even mga supplement, not even mga chemical or medication. You have to ask your doctor all about it kung safe or not. At saka, depende what kind of vaccine your doctor has.
Okay, so for Maureen again, Doc, who says, Doc, question po, kapag po ba may ibang sakit, like papa ko may diabetes at anak ko may asthma, safe po ba kanila yung magpa-vaccine?
Okay. Again, I go back kung ano yung sinabi ko kanina. You have to talk to your doctor kung anong klaseng vaccine ang mas akma sa kanila. Kasi nag-iiba-iba siya eh. So, I cannot tell you right now, ito pwede sa'yo. You have to ask your doctor kasi sila mas nakakaalam ng history ng patient.
And I think also, Maureen, actually yung ibang sakit like diabetes and asthma falls under comorbidities, no? So usually kung may diabetes ka or may asthma or ibang sakit like that, they usually recommend na magpa-vaccinate.
Yes.
Kasi they are more vulnerable to COVID.
They are somewhat more immunocompromised. Mahina na, lalo na kung matagal na yung pasyente, may sakit sa puso, may sakit sa baga, may diabetes, sakit sa kidney. They are the immunocompromised patient. Pero again, I'm going back to kasi kumbaga maging elitista tayo. Meaning, we have the choice kung may pera ka. Diba? Right now. Pero kasi, yung binibigay ng government, you have no choice. Nandun lang yun. Talagang, whether you like it or not, kahit anong condition mo, you should take it. Pero if you have the money and you have the resources at nandito na yung ibang vaccine, you choose kung you ask your doctor kung ano yung pinakamaganda sa'yo.
So Doc, I think another reason that that people are very concerned about the vaccine is my recent news kasi yung my side effects yung vaccine. So what are the side effects, Doc, if ever, of a vaccine? Meron ba?
Well, yung sinasabi natin side effect or immediate reaction, it should be minimal or mild lang. It can be something irritation, redness, or pain at the site of the vaccine. There could be fever, there could be chills, general body malaise or weakness, mga tipong ganyan. Pero pag it goes beyond that, pagkatapos ilang days ka na nagaganon, talagang you have to see again your doctor. Kaya immediately after ng vaccination, in-observe ko siya for a couple of hours para to see if there will be allergic reaction. That's a different story, Allergic reaction at saka immediate reaction, which can happen. And then that happens, that's also a good sign. Bakit good sign? That means nagre-react yung katawan mo with that, and that means okay ka. Pero although hindi naman sinasabi hindi ka dapat mag-react. Kasi not only for coronavirus vaccine nangyayari, even other forms ng vaccine ay nangyayari.
So, okay, Doc. How about if I get the vaccine already, now walang side effects or anything, or I'm good? Does that mean that I can still get COVID after, or am I safe, not safe?
No, kaya sinasabi, there's no such thing as 100% protection. Ngayon, kapag within kasi ang full effect ng COVID vaccine mo, it takes at least 1 to 2 weeks. Pagka ganun, hindi pa siya fully developed within the first week. At lalo na, kung hindi pa sila nakakuha ng second dose. So, maaari pa rin magkaroon siya. And that's an ordinary story, no? Nagtataka sila. It happens not only here, even the US, no? Ang nagka-question, bakit nagkaka-inject ko lang? In matter of days, nagkaroon ako coronavirus.
Okay. So, Doc, we have some testimonial stories from some of our clients na nakatakot sila ng COVID, but then they were taking yung supplements, for example, yung acai berry natin, and then they were saying that they felt like it helped. Now, I'm not trying to promote our brand here, but I just want to clarify, Doc, does it really help yung supplements or yung acai berry to COVID?
Well, if you're going to ask me, yes. Kasi alam mo, I've been using acai berry for the past 12 years. And I'm happy to tell you, so far wala pa akong pasyenteng nagkaroon ng coronavirus. No? Ito yung mga tipong pasyenteng ilang taon na sa akin, kumbaga inaalagaan ko na. And they're happy to tell me na hindi sila scared or nagkaroon ng coronavirus kasi they are fully protected. And mga type ng patient ko, itong mga pasyente for bypass and angioplasty, mga diabetic with so many complications, mga kidney patients, mga lung patients, and so forth. No? So, ang maganda kasi sa acai berry, it could be a good protection. Why? Kasi, noong unang panahon, Luisa, ang treatment lang namin for viral infection is vitamin C. And as we all know, mataas ang concentration ng vitamin C with acai berry. That's one thing, no? Pangalawa, meron siyang component na anthocyanin which helps to boost the immune system. So, it can be both as a protection as well as a treatment. And what do I mean by protection? Ayaw magkaroon ng coronavirus, you can take 2 tablespoons 2 times a day. Pero once nagkaroon ka ng mild, moderate, at severe, even the pwede siya, I would advise you to have acai berry, mild, moderate, or even severe, at least 1/4 cup 3 to 4 times a day. Why? Kasi nga, walang panlasa yung mga tao to. Walang pang-amoy and they cannot get the nutrients that they want. Pero taking acai berry is already a complete food for them. Now, the more na hindi kayo kakain, mas babagsak ang inyong immune system. Kaya pilitin yung kumain. Again, yung mga naka-home isolation, that should be part of your routine. Kumain, pilitin kumain, and then at the same time, take ng mga food supplements. I have a beautiful story. Pero mag-asawa, pagkatapos, sila lang nagpa-test, may mga symptoms na sila. Nakita nila, they are positive for coronavirus. Hindi sila nagpa-hospital, and they just treated themselves in their home, in their room. Hindi sila malabas, no? Ang lahat ng supplement that I gave, they take it at the same time. Alam mo, in 1 week they have improved, no? Even sabihin natin, I think everybody knows about Cheryl Cosip. She had a virus, no? And I advised her to take that also. I had given some medications as well, and there was an improvement. Now, ngayon kasi ang problema kasi people tend to go kagad sa hospital. Do you think they give enough treatment sa hospital? It's more sabihin natin, it's more symptomatic. Pag may lagnat, bigyan for fever. Pag may ubo, bigyan for cup, no? Pero they do not believe on the food supplements. And all the food supplements, particularly acai berry, ang priority niyan is to boost the immune system. So there's a difference. Kapag nag-hospital ka, sabihin natin, panigan lang ang treatment mo, pero walang enough nutritional support. I know somebody, no, pero he's not actually a patient, he's our neighbor. Nung pumasok ng malaking hospital, he's quite good, no? Okay na okay. Pero alam mo, after 10 days, he died and he spent 1.5 billion at the hospital and still he died, no? Yun ang difference na you can support yourself using food nutrients. Kasi yung kinikwento ko sa yung mga positive food stories, panay supplements lang tinitake nila eh. And it helped them a lot.
I think also, Doc, when it comes to the hospital, no, puno-puno lang yung hospital.
Yes.
So yeah, so I think kung mild lang yung symptoms, then there's really no need to go to the hospital. Supplements na lang, no? Kasi it's a virus. At the end of the day, yung immune system na lang is the one that's going to fight it.
Kaya nga,
So then,
at the very
no, go ahead.
start, sinasabi ko, wala kaming treatment for viral infection. It's purely, sabihin natin, high dose ng vitamin C at control the symptoms. That's all. Pero ngayon, medyo modern na tayo kasi maraming supplements available in the market. And then, di ba there's a study right now, ongoing study with University of Toronto. You will ask, why of all the foods, pinili ng mga scientists ang acai berry? You're going to ask, bakit ganun, no? Bakit ang dami-daming prutas at bakit bukod tayong acai berry ang kanilang pinili? Because ang nag-umpisa yan, they found yung mga Amazona, the people from Brazil. Why is it na ang lalakas ng mga taong to nakahubad at the forest and lalakas nila, no? And then they found out this is the staple food. Ito yung pinakapagkain nila, no? Kung tayo rice, sila palagi acai berry. So they studied it. And then nakita mataas ang antioxidant content, mataas ang oral quality. So they continue to study all about it. And the last time I heard, positive naman ang response for that. Pero ang question nga doon, bakit sa dinami-daming prutas available in the world, bakit pinili nila ang acai berry? They're not going to waste their time on the first place kung sa tingin nila ay walang value ng prutas.
I think, Doc, also when I was reading some of the articles that they said about that study is my property daw yung acai berry extract that is very anti-inflammatory.
Yes,
and I think very anti-inflammatory. And then yung biggest problem kasi with COVID is not yung virus itself. Hindi naman siya COVID-19, pero yung complications which rise from which come from inflammation, no?
Okay. Good you mentioned that, no? Kasi di ba common complication is blood clotting, which happens on the brain and in the lungs, no? Ano ba yung blood clotting? There is an extravasation or lumalabas yung dugo from the blood vessel. Ang ganun nangyayari, no? Ngayon, ang acai berry has the component anthocyanin, which helps to repair the blood vessel. Kaya ginagamit ko ang acai berry for the past 11 years, mga pasyenteng for bypass o angioplasty, which helps to repair the blood vessel. So I think that's good. No? So acai berry can help, particularly if you want protection, you can take acai berry. If you want na hindi ka dumating sa complication, you can take it. It is also safe na magkaroon ng acai berry. Kaya nga sinasabi ko, even walang coronavirus or meron kang mild or moderate, as a protection from complication, you can take also acai berry. It's safe.
Okay, thanks, Doc. So, what if I don't have COVID, no, and I'm not trying to take it as a way to recover from COVID? So, how do I use acai berry as a protection in general or a supplement in general? Paano siya ita-take?
Ako, in ordinary condition, kung wala talaga COVID, I give as much as 2 tablespoons 2 times a day, or even 1 capsule 2 times a day. Pero, pag ikaw ay meron ng mild or moderate or even severe kung kaya, you get as much as 1/4 cup 3 to 4 times a day. I repeat, 1/4 cup 3 to 4 times a day. Sasabihin, Doc, halos isang bote na ang iti-take ko. Well, that's better kaysa gagastos ka ng 100,000 sa ospital. That's magkano lang yun, no? You try to compare it kasi I can guarantee you, sa dinami-dami ng naging pasyente ko for the past 11 years, ang dami natulungan, particularly yung mga comorbid condition. Yung may mga diabetes o hypertension, do walang action yan. It helps to control the symptoms at the same time, protection against coronavirus.
Right. So, Doc, not just talking about coronavirus, but can acai berry help with protection against other diseases?
Okay, particularly sa diabetes. Why? People, patients die of the complication of diabetes and not from diabetes itself. 60% ng complication diabetes is related to poor circulation. Humihina ang circulation o madaling mabasag ang circulation. I mentioned earlier the component ng anthocyanin, which is the active component, help to repair the blood vessels. So, it helps para hindi kagad dumating o ma-retard yung pagdating ng mga complication ng diabetes. I also use that initially ginagamit ko lang siya for bypass o angioplasty na pasyente. So, na-prevent yung pagkakaroon ng ganun or to go into bypass angioplasty. Again, kasi malaking kinalaman ng circulation not only for diabetes, hypertension, for the full body, any form of disease. No? Mas madali tayong tumatanda kapag tayo sabihin natin maraming komplikasyon sa circulation.
Okay. So I think thank you for that, Doc. But before, I think we're wrapping it up right now, no? And it's been very informative about yung vaccine, and then busting all the myths regarding it. But before we end it, I just want to go over some Q&A. So I was just looking through the comments right now, Doc. There's a few questions here. So we have one from Nori Alonsabe who says, ilang buwan bago ang epekto ng vaccine sa tao?
Hindi buwan yan. No? I mean, yung long-term effect, yung protection, we cannot tell. Not even the scientists. Okay. No, not even the scientists how long will this be effective. No? Pero yung sabihin natin epekto siya within 1 to 2 weeks, no, na magkakaroon ng protection. Pero the way he says is kung gaano katalas, when are you supposed to have the next vaccine? Not all the, hindi masabi ngayon right now. Kaya sinasabi ko, that's also one reason kung bakit maraming hesitant. They don't know what will be the long-term effect of the vaccine or how long will be effective.
So, Doc, we have another question here from Chris Divine who says, question po, Doc, bakit po ang mga bata ay hindi pa mabibigyan ng vaccine?
Okay. Kasi ang mga bata ay also immunocompromised. No? Ano yan eh? Sabihin natin, both the young and the elderly are considered immunocompromised. No? Mababang immune system. Mag-introduce ka kagad yan. So, hindi pa kaya.
Oh, okay. And then, Doc, we have a question here also from Gian Valentino who says, hi, Doc and Luisa, can allergic rhinitis be considered as a comorbidity?
No, kasi mild lang yan eh. Ang usual natin comorbidity yung related sa immune system. Kung instead of allergic rhinitis, kung may sakit ka sa baga, yes, that's a comorbidity. No? Mga diabetes, o may sakit yung internal organ. No? Kaya, when you say allergic rhinitis, as the name implies, allergic ang pinaka-cause. No? You have to treat the allergy or the cause of the allergy. No? Pero hindi siya considered as comorbidity.
Oh, okay. Doc, pero nakakita ko ng announcement from DOH. Now, I'm not sure if this is DOH or one of those fake news things.
Yes.
Pero parang allergic rhinitis was included as a comorbidity. Yung allergies in general.
Allergies in general, no? Kasi nga may mga different kinds of allergies, no? There are extreme forms of allergy. In fact, there are also some part ng sinabing pag nag-inject ng vaccine could also be they can develop also allergy for that thing. So allergy in general, but I don't think particularly allergic rhinitis.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you, Doc, for clarifying that. I think we're done for today with all of our questions. Parang it was a very informative discussion. So, hindi naman siya kailangan ng ang daming questions because I think, Doc, you were able to touch on majority of the points, no? So I just wanted to say thank you for coming out today.
Thank you also.
What are your takeaways, Doc, when it comes to the vaccine? And do you want people to get vaccinated or not? Should we get vaccinated?
Well, you should get vaccinated. Kaya lang we have to be, sabihin natin, on the quality. Ano yung mas nababagay sa iyo, ha? Pero hindi ko ipupush na itong vaccine kahit whatever condition you have. You have to ask your doctor kung ano yung mas babagay sa'yo. Unfortunately, right now, we don't have any other choice. Kasi kung ano na yung dumating, yun ang available. In fact, pawala na. Pero hoping sometime yung other choices will come also. Although I think FDA signed already about 5 or 6 batch of vaccine right now. Parating, hopefully.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Doc. And everyone,
Thank
you
you.
heard that. Get vaccinated. Kung meron kang choice, no? Then go ahead and make your choice. Unfortunately, we don't have too many choices dito, pero it's still better than no armor, diba, Doc?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, thank you so much. And I hope to
Thank
take
you.
care, and I'll see you again
You
soon.
too. Regards to your mom.
Okay, sure, Doc.
Okay.
Okay, and that brings us to the end of today's Wellness Wednesday. What are your takeaways? Are you going to get vaccinated now? What brand, or are you going to wait? Let us know in the comment section so that we can start the discussion. So, while we were talking about supplements, I also just want to bring it up over here. We have our promos with South Star Drug and Watson's. You can get $250 off from South Star Drug, and you can save up to 10% with Watson's for our acai berry supplement products. And you can also check us out on Facebook and Instagram, and you can see our socials down below, as well as Twitter. Now, if you already have the product and you loved it, we invite you to be one of our official Olani resellers. So Olani PH, here you can check them out on Facebook, is our official direct selling platform for organic acai products. Our motto here is share the health, spread the wealth. So make sure that all of your friends and families are protected and immune, but at the same time, may income ka. So today's winners, well, first of all, we'll announce the answer. And the answer is true from what we heard from Doc Sunny, who says that you still need to follow the safety guidelines. Hindi naman siya 100% effective yung vaccine natin. So it's important for us to keep practicing those safety guidelines. No, para siyang all the other vaccines. Para siyang, like, for example, flu. Just because you got a flu vaccine, hindi naman siya meaning na you're never gonna get a flu, no? So I just wanted to announce today's winners, and drumroll, dun, 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 dun. So today's winners of the Organic Gift Pack are Rian De La Cruz, Eric Del Pilar, Hiro Lee Rosos, Chris Divine, and Raven Ann. So congratulations to our winners. Our organic team will contact you as to whether you want the acai choco or the acai coffee trade boxes. And that brings us to the end of today's episode, this Wellness Wednesday. Thank you so much for watching and participating. I hope to see you again next week, and maybe some of you will be vaccinated by then. So congrats to everyone who's already been vaccinated. Way to lead us into the herd immunity. And then for everyone who has not been vaccinated, please consult your doctors, as well as inform yourself about the brands and however else you want to go about it. So see you again next week on next week's Wellness Wednesday.
Wellness Wednesdays with Organic. We care because you matter.